Hi everyone, this is Lizzie, and today we're going to make this bright and cheerful card using some of the new products from the latest lawnfawn release. But to make the background, we're going to be using actually one of these older dies, which have these great lines on it, and then I'm going to make it into a stencil. I cut it from some acetate, which is going to be perfect for inking on some Distress Oxide ink. So I'm going to be using 3 colors of oxide ink. I used the pink color, orange, and yellow, which is Worn Lipstick, Spiced Marmalade, and Fossilized Amber. And I'm just going to ink that on, starting with the Worn Lipstick, going to the Spiced Marmalade, and then to the Fossilized Amber, just to create sort of a gradient effect. And then once you pull off the stencil, you can see how everything looks so nicely blended together. So before I set the background aside, I'm going to be using some Mr. Huey's black ink, and I'm just going to sort of spritz that on, or I guess make little droplets onto the back of the cardstock, and then that'll help play off the sentiment that I use, which I'll be cutting from some black cardstock a little bit later on. So now I'm going to start getting the images ready for the card. So I have this cute little pineapple from the new mini Aloha set, and I'm going to be doing some Copic coloring. So I used some jet black lawnfawn ink, which is a Copic friendly ink, and then I can start using my Copic markers to color it in. So I've chosen several yellows as well as a little bit of pink that will just create a little bit more depth for the pineapple, and I'm just going to start coloring that on. I listed the colors at the top of the screen in case you're interested, but you can see I'm just applied a light layer, light color all over the pineapple, and then I'm just making some extra definition around the edges of the little spines with the darker color. And then for the greens, I'm just using 2 colors, just doing some very simple shading, a little bit darker in the center and lighter towards the edge. Now I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut that out, and then I also use the new palm tree dies, and I colored them with Copic markers. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, so I apologize that I didn't get that on camera, but I colored them the same way I would do any other sort of die cut. And then I used the stitched square or rectangle die and die cut the panel out, and then now I'm going to start assembling the card. So I'm going to assemble my palm trees. I'm going to put the coconuts on with just some liquid glue, and then I'll put the little top of the palm tree onto the bottom. I'll do the same thing for the small palm tree, and then I will glue all of that onto the card base. So once my palm trees are adhered down flat to the card panel, I'm going to use some foam tape to apply the pineapple to sit in front of those palm trees. And then I also put some foam tape on the sentiment, which is from the Scripty Aloha die, which is part of the new summer release, and then just go ahead and apply that down to the card panel. So I used a mermaid card base, and I'll just put some tape runner on that, and then I can adhere the card panel to the card base. And just to add a couple little finishing touches to the card, I'm going to be using my clear Wink of Stella pen, and I'm going to apply that over the black licorice cardstock, and that'll just give some extra sparkle to the card, kind of play off the silver washi tape that I had used. And then once that Wink of Stella is applied, I'm going to apply some clear little dots. I forget what they're called, but they kind of look like water droplets. I thought they looked nice with the card and the black dots from the Mr. Huey spray. So I'm going to use some multi-medium matte and apply those little dewdrops down. And the very last thing I'm going to do is apply some diamond stickles all the way around the perimeter of the card, just again to give it some extra sparkle and fun. Alright, so here is the finished card. I love how colorful and sparkly it is. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!